Excuse me, sorry. Dan Sisseck here, and it is Monday, April 20th. Wow, April's already almost half over. Um, Tonight I am on here shooting another video for you, sharing some thoughts and stuff. And basically tonight's about my company call that I took part in tonight. I was not the feature speaker. I'm waiting for that day and looking forward to that day when I get to be one of them. But I did get the pleasure of listening to somebody who I've been introduced to recently in one of the groups that I comment on for Facebook for helping us with our commenting and stuff and exposure for our blogs and our posts and things like that. Plus, it's been a way of how I've connected with other people within my company that I did not know or meet before or know that they even existed, but have come to really value their insights and what they know and what they are teaching me because I've learned a lot from all of them in this group. They're all a wonderful bunch of people. But the speaker tonight was Adrian Hines and Vanessa Hines, a husband-wife team. Um, and I really like Adrian because I love his heart. He's working on building up his own church and stuff, and through his following his dreams and his passion to work towards that goal, he uh, was able to do that, leaving his job for the final time in September 2012. Um, and it was ironic because in listening to him tell his story, he had his beautiful, wonderful wife speaking first beforehand, and she told her story about going to school and actually winning at the game of that so many of us are uh, a part of, me included, going out there, going to school, getting a degree, which I got my degree in accounting. I've done that. I've talked about that before in the past. Um, but she was actually up there doing some stuff, just kind of like Brenda Swan was, big high profile. Um, and she, talked about that and how she started school a little late and she finished a little late. Well, I started right after high school and still finished late. Took me almost 20 years to get my degree, but I did it. Thankfully, no student debt. But I paid for it all. But I also paid for it with my time, my blood, sweat, and tears. But it was a goal and something I really wanted. So in that, um, and looking at that and looking at what he says, I kind of resonate with him in certain ways because although I've not quit my job like he has 4 times to venture into doing this, he actually spoke about him quitting 4 times to move into the network marketing and that area and that to go after his dreams and desires, and then not fully implementing the things that he was being taught, not fully. So, here's a guy just like me, smart, educated, out there doing it. I've been a top sales producer and some of the things he's done. Um, and yet he struggled and failed and, had issues and he tried 4 times, That's kind of, that's perseverance and that's sticking to it and that's not giving up. But that's kind of also, um, the idea behind, what Empower is about and what we're about, and that anybody can achieve your dreams or their dreams. You got to really believe it, want it, desire it, and that's when the universe, the earth, God. I believe in God. Same with Adrian Hines. He's, like I said, wanting to build his own church. So, uh, I feel the moral fiber there, or resonating with that, and so in that, but he was talking about, and the main thrust of what this blog post or video post is about is, he said, "Were you born for such a time as this?" And I've heard that before and everything like that, but I'm blogging on this premise that were you born for such a time? And I said, I know I was, and I know I am. I'm not here because of any accidents, because I purposely work towards this goal, work towards this time, work towards this place, because I want that freedom. I want that freedom to be able to, as I've talked about in a past blog, to do more on my missions trips. to do maybe more in that area. I have a couple other big dreams that are sitting on my heart. The other big thing for me personally is I want to go to move to Australia. That's just something I just really want to do, and I've spoken about that. So I'm working on that intention. Um, but in it, he really talked, and I felt it. First time in a long time, I really felt somebody when they said they believed it. They, uh, to know, to whatever end, it was not gonna, you know, even though he had to quit and go back to corporate America, and he did it 4 times, he wasn't gonna quit. And when I heard that, it was weird. I felt it. Give me a second. Somebody just messaged me. Give me 1 second. Well, that's amazing. So with that, sorry about that interrupt. Um, but that kind of really made me think tonight that he didn't let circumstances, he didn't let whatever in the past, he didn't let things override that drive, that desire, that passion, that will to get to where he wanted to be. And through the universe, for those of you who believe that way, for him, he said it was believes it was God's part of God's will and what he was working for planning his church. And I believe it's part of what my will and my purpose and what I am, because there are some real things I'd like to do in doing a little bit more. Like I said in the past, I don't want to do like a whole 2 year commitment or 5 year commitment to do a mission, but I don't want to just do a week. I want to go for like a month or a couple months or something like that. But I also want to know I have the means and the availability and the money there to know that if I go, and I don't have to worry about anything. As long as I've got the internet connection, um, and my laptop, I can do it. I can work 2 or 3 hours, 4 hours a day, and then focus my other time and energy on the rest. So with that, I'm just also going to say that he talked about getting to our event that's coming up this at the end of this week. I bought my ticket to it. I was working my way to purchasing my plane ticket, but I'm going to take the responsibility and say that I faltered on doing that, on the follow through, on I let other things get in the way, get hamper me, take me off my intention and my goal and my mindset of where I want it to be. So with that, um, I plan on being at that next event wherever it's going to be because I don't want to miss another one. I'm getting to that point now where I know the value. I've been to 5. I know the value of events. I know what they're about. I know how they play a part in keeping you motivated, keeping you connected with the people, keeping you grounded with what you want to do, but also keeping you excited and refreshed and energized. So, with that, I just leave you with this question: were you born for such a time as this? Because ultimately, it's up to you to decide whether you were or you weren't. It's not up to me. It's not up to the person sitting next to you. It's not up to your mom and dad. It's not up to you, your wife or husband. It's up to you, and you have to make that decision. So with that, make it a simply simple day, and I'll talk to you later. Thanks. Bye. Also, click the link below if you want to learn more to find out about me and how you can join and lock arms with me. Because I'm here to help you. I'm here to show you what you can do and how you can work towards getting your dreams. So once again, click the link below. Thanks, and once again, make it a simply simple day.